This ultralight piece of roast beef that you see here has had 99.99% of the water extracted from it. It will last 30 years, retain 95% of its nutritional value, and have the exact same texture once rehydrated. Let's talk about it.
Stay. Stay. Eat! Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. So it's 1:15 in the morning. I probably look like a pile of you-know-what. So why not make a video? So I was gonna make some long-winded monologue about how the collapse of Western civilization might play out, but we're gonna save that for the weekend. I'm gonna try to make a viral video. It's probably not gonna go. You never know when they're gonna go. Sometimes the ones that go are the ones you least expect. And I'm hoping to attract millions of trolls who are gonna tell me all about how stupid prepping is. So this is a piece of freeze-dried meat. If you don't know, which I'm sure hundreds of thousands of you don't, there's a machine called a freeze dryer that you can buy. What it is basically is they take all of the moisture out. So it's not like dehydration. Dehydration, when you freeze something and you unthaw it, you destroy the cell walls. So when you go to try to rehydrate that thing, it never has its original texture. If you were to dehydrate like a tomato, for instance, if you tried to rehydrate that tomato, it would just be like this sloppy, sorry looking thing, which had a little bit of substance to it, but not much. Now, if you take that same tomato and you freeze dry slices of tomato and you rehydrate them, it will retain the same texture as it once had. That's because there's a long-winded process. I'm not even going to try to explain it because, like I say, this is for the trolls. Sublimation is a process by which you move water from a solid state to a vapor state and you bypass the liquid state. It's the liquefaction which wrecks the food. First we freeze it and then we slowly, through a process of using a vacuum pump, suck the vapor off before it has a chance to turn into, to liquefy, to turn into water. That allows us to basically retain its original form, its texture, its taste, its nutrients, all of that stuff. People do it because it's for long-term food preservation. So something like this can last up to 30 years. If you really have a lot of money or you got your parents' credit card handy, go and pick up a freeze dryer. They cost between $2,000 and $4,000. Use the coupon code Canadian Prepper. The link is in the description. And yeah, make sure you're ready for the apocalypse. So like I said, this right here, you see how that just broke off? This is a piece of meat, okay? This is beef. You could never do that if this was dehydrated. It would still have some elasticity to it. But because all of the moisture is out of it, it's very brittle. But the funny thing with that is right when you put water into this, all that water is absorbed into all the individual cells and it just reinflates and it regains its texture. You can pretty much freeze dry anything. So anything with a high fat content though, you can't freeze dry because fat can go rancid and you're never gonna get all the fat out of there. So that's why I made sure I selected a very lean roast before I did this, because think about it, oil and water, right? The benefits of this obviously are very lightweight. The only downside for this compared to something like rations, which I think are the worst prepper food possible, I'm gonna make a video about that soon, is that you have to carry water. You're gonna need that water to put back into it. So if you do take this backpacking, so long as you have, or so long as you're around a water source that you can purify, then this is a good bet. If you're in like a desert region, something like this may not be good unless, like I say, you have an ample supply of water on hand, because it's going to take water to rehydrate it. So what else can I ramble on about here? Why is it so expensive? Well, like I said, it's a $2,000 to $4,000 machine, depending on what you get. I think the most you can spend is around $4,300 for the large unit and the oilless vacuum pump, which is very quiet, but it does take a long time. It takes a lot of energy. So if I was to pull a number out of my butt, something like this might cost you, I don't know, 50 cents if you were to buy it just as a piece of meat. Now that it's been freeze dried, this same piece of meat is gonna cost you probably $2.50 or $3. And I'm not joking about that. That's exactly how much this is gonna cost you, because I also sell freeze-dried food that is pre-made at CanadianPreparedness.com. And part of that is because of the energy and all the rest that goes into making it, but also, you know, the fact that there's middlemen and there's distributors and all this stuff that everybody's got to make money, right? So that's the only way the final product gets to you. Now that stuff is great, but if you're wanting to do this wholesale, you have a family, you have a community that you're preparing for, you might want to consider getting a Harvest Right freeze dryer. Great company in my personal opinion, but I would only recommend doing that if you are planning on doing large volumes of stuff. It's going to pay itself off in the sense that it would cost you 4 to 5 times as much to buy this as freeze-dried food. So that's where you kind of make your money back. You throw your leftovers on here, you freeze dry it, it's good for 30 years, right? So you might not want to eat, you know, your dad's cooking right now, but come the apocalypse, that might seem like cuisine. Maybe it's your mom, who knows? I'm being a little sexist there. I gotta watch out. Video's gonna be viral, so we gotta make sure we keep it nice and PC. Please don't strike me, YouTube. So that's what I got for you today, guys. Stay tuned. We got many a long-winded hypothetical rant coming up on the channel. We got lots of how-to. We are almost full-time on YouTube. And when that time comes, I tell you, man, I got so many videos, so many ideas, so many people that I wanna meet and greet and do stuff with in the bush. That didn't sound right. Maybe I should edit that out. People that I want to learn from, skills. We're gonna be doing collaborations on this channel this year. I'm gonna be going out, meeting people, learning new things, fellow YouTubers, lots of really cool stuff. I just want you guys to know that your words of encouragement go a long way. And even you trolls, especially the ones with the, you know, who just know how to use the right words and they know how to push your buttons. You guys are great for helping a person build character. So keep doing what you do. It's all fun and games until the apocalypse comes, right? But that's the thing, you gotta live in the now. You gotta enjoy life. Make sure your preps are locked down, but you don't need to be living the life I'm living. That's what I was gonna say, in that you're fully consumed by it. Because I'm fully consumed by it because it is kind of a job, right? But like I say, it's not a job because I love doing it. You don't have to be that way. You can make preparedness a relatively small part of your life. Let me show you a little close up here, just so you don't think I'm lying. So you don't think it's camera tricks. Let's get the light on it. You think it ain't Hollywood. Hollywood boys. Always talking that trash. I got a big All-American Prepper video coming up for you guys. He wanted to do another cameo, so I'm taking a risk, bringing him on the channel. I talked to my YouTube support person and they said, all right, but just, you know, make sure you do some good post-production. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Anyways, let's rehydrate that. All right, so now remember, this is the before, right? Very brittle, breaks very easily. Now let's find a nice one. This one looks pretty good. All right, so we're just gonna drop that in there and immediately you can see little air bubbles in there. It's releasing the air, the oxygen. It's replacing that air with water. It's much better if you use boiling water. Then not only is your food preheated, but it just seems to work faster. It's already gaining some elasticity. Normally you would just let it do its thing and come back 5 minutes later and it'd be rehydrated. I'm just trying to expedite the process because quite frankly, I have better things to do. Let's see what we got so far here. It's definitely starting to get its rigidity back. You're no longer able to break it, but we need to give it a little bit more. And in 25 years, when everybody's eating each other, hey, I'll be having cuisine. It's pretty much there, I'd say. You can't break it anymore. It's still got its nice original texture to it. It's meat, right? Pretty dry when I threw it in there. It was almost to the point of dehydrating. The reason why you make it dry is because it takes less time to freeze dry it then, if it's dry. But it still has the original texture to it. I'll just take a little bite here. It still needs a bit more. I am eating that. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. It tastes delicious, man. It's freaking incredible. Like, you would not know the difference. If I told you this was a 20-year-old piece of meat, vacuum sealed in a bunker, you would absolutely never know that. That's how amazing this technology is. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Canadian Prepper out.
The best way to support this YouTube channel is to support yourself by gearing up through CanadianPreparedness.com or BugoutRoll.ca. Premium quality gear at the best possible price using the incredibly secure and easy to use Shopify platform. We offer free shipping to the United States for orders over $200 USD and free shipping to Canada over $75. So support the channel by supporting yourself.